Good evening. This is Akashvani Kohima. I am Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. India creates history, becomes first country to land on the south pole of the moon. President Droupadi Murmu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio congratulate ISRO on successful Chandrayaan-3 landing. Nagaland Governor La Ganesan calls for united efforts to eradicate social crimes, address poverty and hunger. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio proposes regulation of handloom and textile sector in the state. And in Mizoram, 26 killed after under-construction railway bridge collapses. Now the news in detail. India creates history by reaching the moon. The Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO, accomplished the task of soft landing of its lander module, Vikram, on lunar surface just a few moments ago. With this achievement, India has taken a giant leap in the area of space research by also becoming the first country to reach the south pole of the moon. Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated ISRO for successfully landing the Chandrayaan-3 on the lunar surface of the moon. The Prime Minister, who is in South Africa to attend the BRICS summit, also joined virtually from Johannesburg to witness the historic moment. The Chandrayaan-3 mission was launched on 14th of last month. After successfully completing several stages during its 43-day journey, the Chandrayaan today landed on the Earth's only satellite, the Moon. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio has congratulated ISRO team on the successful and incredible Chandrayaan-3 landing. Terming that history is made, he said a nation salutes ISRO for a remarkable feat. Rio said the historic touchdown on lunar surface will propel India's burgeoning space industry to new heights. MB Rajya Sabha S. Pangnon Konyak also congratulated the country on the successful mission of Chandrayaan-3. Konyak said Indian scientist prowess is never in doubt. Nagaland Governor La Ganesan has called for united efforts to eradicate crimes against women, children and the marginalized. He said joint efforts were also needed to address issues like poverty and hunger and ensure justice and harmony in society. The governor said these today while gracing the Diamond Jubilee celebrations of Sri Shiva Mandir in Chitongse village, Jammu Kohima. He urged the attendees to use this celebration as an opportunity to combat social, economic and political evils. The governor commended the temple committee for undertaking numerous initiatives that positively impact society, including daily charitable activities and a Gurukul which offers free education in Sanskrit and Vedic mantras. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio has proposed regulation and organization of the handloom and textile sector in the state. Addressing an interdepartmental meet on promotion of handloom, textiles and Naga designs at Kohima today, Rio stressed on the need to safeguard and advance distinct Naga culture, traditions and vibrant traditional attires. He called for establishing a structured framework to regulate the state's textile industry with logistical support from the government, expertise through training and coherent marketing policies. Rio proposed creating a state-level body that would be responsible for approving and overseeing the use of traditional designs for commercial purposes as well as ensuring quality control. While preserving cultural heritage is pivotal, Rio said, aligning with modern demands and adapting products to market needs are also important. He also underlined the need for professionalism in production to maintain competitiveness in terms of quality and pricing across the nation. Meanwhile, advisor Industries and Commerce Hekani Jakalu highlighted the need for a comprehensive textile policy and a digital portal for weaver data. Chief Secretary J. Alam echoed the need to preserve cultural heritage and prevent misappropriation. Alam raised concerns over low weaver wages and suggested a wage policy to determine a minimum wage. In Mizoram, at least 26 workers were feared dead as an under-construction railway bridge over the Gurung River collapsed. The bridge connecting Bairapi to Sairang collapsed this morning. Bodies of 26 victims have been recovered so far and a rescue operation is underway. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed grief over the tragic incident. An ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees from Prime Minister's National Relief Fund would be given to the next of kin of each deceased, and 50,000 rupees would be given to the injured. Meanwhile, President Droupadi Murmu has expressed pain over the loss of lives caused by the tragic mishap in Mizoram. She conveyed condolences to the bereaved families and prayed for the speedy recovery of the injured. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio and Deputy Chief Minister Y. Bulletin have also extended condolences to the bereaved families of the tragic incident and offered prayers for the speedy recovery of the injured. This news comes to you from Akashvani, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that to make BRICS a future-ready organization, there is a need to make the respective societies also future-ready. He said technology will play an important role in this. Speaking at the open plenary session of the 15th BRICS Summit in Johannesburg today, Modi said, in around 2 decades, BRICS has undertaken a long and magnificent journey, and in this journey, the grouping made numerous achievements. He called on all BRICS countries to support the inclusion of the African Union in the G20. Modi also announced India's support for the expansion of BRICS. The enforcement squad under the National Tobacco Control Program, in collaboration with the Montdown Students' Union, today conducted a raid near educational institutions within Montdown. During the operation, 17 individuals were found in violation of Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act 2003, which prohibits the sale of tobacco products in the vicinity of educational institutions. The offenders were penalized in accordance with the relevant legal provisions. Seized tobacco products were confiscated and destroyed at the premises of Montdown Police Station. Deputy Commissioner Kohima Shanavasi has issued a restrictive order following the identification of cases of African swine fever in multiple locations within the district. The order designates Sechu Zepsa as an infected zone encompassing a radius of 1 kilometer from the infected premises. It also identified a surveillance zone covering a 10-kilometer radius from the infected premises. The order prohibits slaughter of pigs, import and export of pigs and piglets, and transportation of pigs and pork products within the specified locations until further notice. Treasury Officer Bentang Muri has informed all pensioners of Kohima South Treasury that annual physical verification for 2023-24 will be held from 11th to 16th September. In a press release, Muri asked all pensioners, both life and family, to come for the verification along with relevant documents at the South Treasury Office in DC Office compound. The release informed that pension payment will be stopped for those failing to make the verification. And in weather, Nagaland will likely continue to witness moderate rain at many places over the coming 5 days. In its daily bulletin, India Meteorological Department forecast that heavy rain will very likely occur at isolated places over Nagaland and other northeastern states. This will be accompanied with thunderstorm and lightning. And now it's when the news, here are the main points again. India creates history, becomes first country to land on the south pole of the moon. President Droupadi Murmu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio congratulates ISRO on successful Chandrayaan-3 landing. Nagaland Governor La Ganesan calls for united efforts to eradicate social crimes, address poverty and hunger. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio proposes regulation of handloom and textile sector in the state. And in Mizoram, 26 killed after under-construction railway bridge collapses. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.